Well, okie dokie, friends and fellow pop culture aficionados. Yeah, you're listening to the Top 5 podcast. And this is the show where Annie Pruitt and myself, I'm Chris McPeak, we talk about all things pop culture. We tend to really dig the movies and the music and the television, but we are the coolest podcast about pop culture. And if you haven't figured that out yet, well, I feel sorry for you. And thanks for being here and for downloading this week's episode. And hello, Annie Pruitt. How are you?
I'm awesome, Chris McPeak. How are you?
I am fan-freaking-tastic because we are talking about Musica this week. And we have a fun new series. What's our series theme these days?
We have a series of, we choose a specific year, a topic for a year, and then we take the top 5 of the Billboard Top 100 from that year. So for today's episode, we're going to do the Billboard Top 5 from the year we got married. And what's cool is we have no overlap because we got married in different years. So what a flipping awesome playlist you're going to get out of this episode.
This one is going to be particularly interesting because there is a 15-year gap between the years that we got married.
Absolutely.
So Charles and I had 2 ceremonies, but I'm counting the first one as the ceremony is that's how we recognize our anniversary. We got married on Labor Day in 1994. So I'm going with 1994. And Annie is going with 2009.
Yes.
Post-Christmas wedding in Canton, Texas that I flew in for.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And the song that resonates with me the most for that evening is probably not on your list because it's probably not on this list. But if it is, I'm going to be super happy and a little bit surprised, but we'll talk about that at the end. So,
yeah,
you're going first this time, right?
Oh, yes. You're going to go first.
No, you're going to go first.
Go first. Okay. So I'll go first. So I need to look up the numbers. The Billboard charts from 2009. Here we go. So my number 5 is going to be, I lost it already. Give You Hell by the All American Rejects. It has always been, it was in 2009 and it is today. It's still on my forever playlist. When You See My Face, Hope It Gives You Hell. It's a great breakup song. I don't know why I love breakup songs, especially like relating it to the year I got married. I love the All American Rejects. They're a great band. I love that they've done some really cool gender bending stuff in their recent music. So this one came in at number 10 in 2009 on the under Billboard. The music video is super fun. I love the lead singer. I don't know his name. Kind of shame on me, but it's when Glee was actually still good. The television show Glee, they covered it, which, you know, those first 5 seasons were pretty decent. First 4. But yeah, it Gives You Hell. I love it. It's awesome. It's a great angry song. So when you're pissed off, just throw it on. Sing a lot better. There you go.
It is because of Glee that I know of that song. And in particular, I remember that episode because it was like the Hello Goodbye episode. The majority of the songs that they did in that show either had the word hello or goodbye in it. And then Rachel got in trouble for using hell instead of hello. But then I think there was something about the tater tots that I don't know. I have to go back and watch that episode. But I'm with you. That's a great call. Excellent song.
Thank you.
Of course. All American Rejects. Okay, here we go. So my number 5 is a cover song that was performed on an MTV, oh my gosh, I'm going to forget, MTV Unplugged with 10,000 Maniacs, and that is Because the Night. Which in itself is a cover of a cover because, I don't know if everybody remembers this, Bruce Springsteen actually wrote that song that Patti Smith, not Smythe, but the punk New York lady, Patti Smith, recorded this song way back in the day, and the 10,000 Maniacs just blew it the hell. Oh, it's a fantastic version. And I tried to sing it at karaoke once and it didn't take. It was problematic, but I still love the song. And if it's on several of my in the car playlist.
Yeah.
because it's a good one. Love, love, love it. Love,
Yeah.
love.
A great year for Unplugged.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So
Like,
much.
there's so many students out there right now that know who Patti Smith is because of 10,000 Maniacs. They
Right.
would never have otherwise heard of that song.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was huge. How high did that reach the Billboard in 94? Because I
Oh,
remember that.
I don't know.
Very-
Gotta look here. Am I in the right year? Yes. Where is it? Well, maybe not that high at all. Why am I having an issue finding this song?
It came in at 30 or 40, number 40.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Yeah, that was
Right
so good.
between Gangsta Lean and Cantaloupe.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, that's my
Right.
5.
That's number 4 to
Two.
me.
Back-
Okay. My number 4, I did not like in 2009. It wasn't until they did this song on a Glee episode that I went back and revisited this song. And I am now I am a Gaga head because I fucking love Lady Gaga. The woman can do no wrong. So
Yeah.
the number 1 song is Poker Face by Lady Gaga. That woman is such an extraordinary performer, such an amazing entertainer, and she's a pretty damn good actress as well. I can't wait to see her as Harley Quinn. I'm bated breath to see her play Harley Quinn in the upcoming Joker movie. But the Poker Face song, came out. It was huge on the radio in 2009. I kind of, I didn't really love it. But then when Rachel Berry does the version of it on Glee with Idina Menzel, and they do a slower version of it, it was good. But then I saw Lady Gaga do some live performances. It was either through MTV Music Awards or the American Music Awards, and I just freaking fell in love with her of how good she is. What an amazing performer. And now it's an absolute favorite. And there are so many of her songs that are on my playlist. But so my number 4, 2009, Poker Face, Lady Gaga. I fucking love you so much.
Yes.
That's all. I dropped my mic. Yes.
I did not take to the Gaga straight away. I don't know that it was Glee that did it, but Bad Romance came out, and I remember really liking that and starting to download all of her stuff.
Corner was when she did the paparazzi, and it was on a music video awards, and I can't remember or the music awards show, but watching her perform that live, I was like, oh my God, this woman is extraordinary. And then I went back, and then I became the Gaga head, whatever you call Gaga fan. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I don't know what you call her either, but that might be a show we need to put on our must attend concert, whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. I'm going to okay. I'm gonna move things around a little, I think. And I'm gonna share my number 4 is going to be a fantastic, fun rap song. And of course, we all know that I rap very well. Girls in the other room screaming. But Shoop by Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper. That is a fantastically fun rap song, and I love it. And they kind of had a resurgence that year, I guess, with whatever that album's name was. They, their first album, of course, is their best album, which we know because we know all the words on every song on that record. But then I think their second or third album kind of not so much. And then Shoop and What a Man came on and just, went cray. So yeah, that's a favorite of mine. And I think I tried to sing this at your wedding, like over the original singer. And I don't know that I did very well because it's hard to rap when you're rapping with the rappers. I don't know. But it's fun and it makes me smile. And I like to rap it at the house because it makes my husband really crazy.
Yeah.
All in fun, all in good fun, of course, but
Huge fan. That's actually the second, and I've only done 2 karaoke songs in my life. That's one of them. And it's funny, actually, we were at somebody's retirement party last night, and a girl did this by karaoke, and I just wanted to take the microphone away from her and say, if you don't know the word, you do not need to sing this song by karaoke. If you can't sing it without holding up your phone with the lyrics, then just step off of the dance floor, please.
Yeah,
Please.
right.
Please. Yes. So
I'm with you.
the first time that Spinderella actually, she was just the spin master, and then she actually she had a section of the song that she rapped herself.
For that, I did not that.
So Spinderella did not, that was I want to say this was the first song that she came out
Wow.
vocal part, but correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know.
I like it. Well, I'll have to double check on. I haven't watched the video from the 90s in a really, really long time.
Yeah, touche. Me
Really,
too.
really long.
But I do love that song. I fucking love that song.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 3. It's actually going to be a little bit of a. I'm going to do it. It's going to be a tie.
Okay.
So if any of the followers of this podcast know, I have a huge girl crush on Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus, and this was her breakout year, 2009. So I'm going to do a tie of The Climb and Party in the USA. I did songs at all in 2009. I think I fell in love with Miley probably about 4 years ago, and ever since I'm absolutely completely obsessed with Miley Cyrus. I fucking love her voice. I love her voice so much, and the woman can sing anything. So the fact that Metallica played backup for Miley Cyrus to cover their song says a lot about her talents. But so between The Climb, which is, when you go back and listen to the lyrics, it's a really, really great song. But then Party in the USA, it's kind of a fun, it's a super fun anthem. You love it because they did it on Pitch Perfect, and nobody wanted to sing along, and then everybody sang along. And it's super cheesy. I got that. It's a cheesy song. But it's fun. And
it is fun.
And if you can't dance along to that song, seriously, you have to find your joy button, because there's something wrong with you. So
agreed.
A tie for 2009, The Climb and Party in the USA. I love you, Miley Cyrus. God bless you.
It's Beautimous. I do love it too. Good call. Okay, so I'm at number 3 now, right?
You are.
Okay. I am going to go with, I'm making a move from an original song that I put on here. I'm going to go with Madonna's I'll Remember. And I think it's because A, I have not had a Madonna song on any of these lists yet. And B, it was really, she was kind of between stuff that year. I think that, Secret came out later in the year, but that album, the Bedtime Stories album, was not one of my favorites. And I liked I'll Remember because of the movie it was associated with, and also was something that I came to really enjoy later and used to sing at karaoke from time to time. So it's, it's a memoir sort of song. And I don't know. I like it. It's a different side of Madonna, the less controversial Madonna, the Madonna who's thoughtful and reflective and that kind of thing. So I'm gonna throw that up at my number 3.
I do like Madonna. I'll leave it at that. I like my Madonna. Yes. Okay. My number 2, and I got to go back and see what number this came in at for 2009 is, I just love this song. I don't know what else to say. I'm Yours by Jason Mraz. Song. It's got a neat little kind of Hawaiian vibe going on, and he's a very talented ukulele player. But I don't know what else to say. I love that song. It's beautiful. It's sweet. It's a great song to dance to at a party with your mate, and just kind of, I don't know. It's a great love jam. That's all I can say. I love it.
It's a super happy song. That was that his breakout year, or
no? He came out much like the Remedy.
Oh, that's right.
90s.
That's right.
Yeah.
God, I forgot about that song. We had friends that got married around this time, and we went to their wedding up in Santa Margarita, California. They got married like on a ranch, but they had a Jewish Mexican wedding, which was freaking fantastic and very unique. But I think that was their song that they danced to. Their first song. I don't remember specifically, but I think that it was. I'm looking at the 2009 and there are so many cool songs from that year. A lot of
It,
fun songs, a lot of stuff that goes good on the, the running playlist.
wow.
Okay, so it's number 2 to me, right?
Yes.
Okay, from a incredibly amazing album that was like a breakthrough album and really setting the stage for, again, it being okay to come out as a rock and roll artist. I'm going to go with Come to My Window by Melissa Etheridge from the Yes I Am album, which again, I think we all knew that Melissa Etheridge was gay, but quite a big deal was made of her sort of, dedicating an entire album to that. And Yes I Am in itself is a really fantastic, powerful song, but the single that kicked it all off and that still, if I go back to Chicago and I go to either of the karaoke bars that I sang in a lot, I will still bump into people that will ask me to sing this. So it was something I always enjoyed singing. I love all of Melissa Etheridge's stuff, but in terms of that my year of 1994, this album, this song being part of that year. And it was also a song when Charles and I got married, I was working at Western Washington University in Bellingham, and we would go to a couple of different places for partying and drinking and whatnot. He was a bartender at a place called the Village Inn, and then they had karaoke there, and then we would hang out in a place called the Quarterback to play darts. So whether it was something to sing at karaoke or something to play on the jukebox, that song emanates like all over our first year being married and living in Washington. So that's a super happy one.
Yeah. That's on my forever playlist, especially again, I'm going to keep going back. I'm a music video like fanatic, right?
Uh-huh.
That video, because it had Juliette Lewis, who I fucking
Right.
love. I love. And she plays like mental patient in the music video. The video cuts between Juliette Lewis and Melissa Etheridge.
Yeah.
And she, like, if you want an actress that without like saying a word can make you feel something, Juliette Lewis is one of those actors. And she was so good. And I want to say that came out around the same time the Natural Born Killers, which she was amazing in that.
Yes.
For that song, Come to My Window. That album between Come to My Window and I'm the Only One, I can't tell you which more. Those two songs are both on my forever playlist. Yeah. It's like when I meet somebody who I feel like is on the verge of wanting to know who they are in terms of like their gender or sexuality.
Yeah.
I want to understand this is the woman that paved the way for you, because if it wasn't for Melissa Etheridge, you'd not be where you are today, because when you bring something, she paved the way. That's all I can say. And oh yeah, by the way, she's from Leavenworth, Kansas.
Yep. She is. She so is.
There's a when you drive into Leavenworth, Kansas, which is like, right down the road, there's a sign, home of Melissa Etheridge.
I love that.
And it's a great community here. So they remember her. I'll just put it that way. That's honorable mention to me. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So my HM in 2009, actually, Keith and I we were in Iraq in 2008 and we came home in January of 2009. So this song was right on the edge, but I remember hearing it when I was still in Iraq, and that is Hot and Cold by Katy Perry.
Ah, yeah.
Really the first Katy Perry song that I listened to that I was like, oh my God, I love this chick. What is this song? And I remember driving down the road with three or four people having no idea who Katy Perry was. I don't know. It's a really weird, strange, loving, awesome memory of listening to Katy Perry for the first time and Hot and Cold being the song. So that's my HM, because more associated with the memory of listening to the song than the actual song itself. So there you go.
Wow. There it is. Okay. I was looking for it on the list. Yeah. That was her, one of the boys' breakout album. Right. Okay, honorable mention to me. Yeah?
Yes.
So I'm going with Mary Jane's Last Dance by Tom Petty. Talk about a music video that I remember really well, because Kim Basinger is in the music video. And so this is kind of a dark song. I think she's mostly dead in the video. She's floating around in some water. But yeah, Tom Petty, I think he's just one of those artists that kind of transcends time and place, and he's no longer with us. But I can listen to any Tom Petty song and feel like I'm listening to something that could just be popular right now, even if it goes all the way back to Refugee, which by the way Melissa Etheridge covered on her Greatest Hits album. All of his older stuff, and then his songs pop up on these shows, as backup stuff from time to time. And so, yeah, in terms of 1994 and looking at everything else that was released that year, 1994 was kind of a weird year. I look at stuff that was popular then and think like, okay, well, I can listen to that, but is it a favorite? And there's just still a whole lot of Babyface and All for One and R&B. Like there's a ton of Tevin Campbell, and I love Tevin Campbell, but I love Tevin Campbell from Graffiti Bridge, not so much by himself. Babyface, R. Kelly, there's a crap ton of R&B stuff from 1994, and not that any of that is not good music, but just not my favorite, and I was not an Ace of Base fan, so not gonna go there.
No, you can't. That's a great one. Yeah, Tom Petty can do no wrong. And, anybody that's seen Ends of the Lambs and at the beginning when the girl gets kidnapped, she's driving along.
Yes.
The American Girl.
Yes.
I don't know. There's something iconic about Tom Petty's voice, but also songs show up everywhere, but also music videos are very, very, very eclectic, very, very, out of the box. Don't Come Around Here No More, where he has the Alice in Wonderland theme.
Yeah.
And, freaking Johnny Depp
Into the Great Wide Open.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's probably one of my favorite music videos ever in the history of music videos.
Yes. Well, it doesn't hurt that we get to look at Johnny Depp. So, okay. So my number one song for 2009 from the year I got married off the Billboard charts is going to be I Fucking Love Me Some Pink. And that's the song So What?
Yes.
So what? I'm still a rock star. I got my rock moves and I don't need you. So it's another good angry chick song. But the music video, again, the woman should do comedy films because she is like she's a comedic genius when it comes to her music. She is, she has, it's not about the image. She 100% owns everything about who she is. She's powerful. She's strong. She wants to promote self-esteem in young girls. And that when she does her and talks about how her daughter's being bullied because she's too boyish. I mean, I love everything she stands for. I love her athleticism. I love her attitude. I love her persona. And that song is all of those things. So the music video is hysterical, but she herself, that song just makes me feel good about being a woman in a really odd way. But I don't know anything that Pink's ever done. I was so happy that she broke away from what the music industry wanted her to be, and she became, that's how she became, who she is now, and that's what I love about her. So thank you, Pink, for making kind of boosting my self-esteem in a weird way with some of your angry songs and some of your fuck you songs, and some of your wild songs. But So What is one of them. So that's why it's my number one for the year 2009.
Great choice. And that was from the Funhouse album. And I went to the Funhouse tour that year. Who did I go to that show with? Oh my God. I'm going to forget who I went to that show with. But oh my God. I after that concert, I went back and I said, Pink makes Madonna look like an old lady. And at that time, that was really high praise for me because, I still am too, but that was sort of in the Madonna prime, couple of decades. And so, yeah, she is pretty amazing. I get caught back up with Pink's stuff because I'm definitely behind.
Yeah. Amazing thing about her is if you watch, just YouTube some of her concert footage, she's so conscientious of her fans.
Yeah.
So if she sees, if she sees a child crying, she stops the show to make sure that child or that kid or that teenager, that tween or whatever, she's all about taking care of
Yeah.
her fan. She's so good to her fan. I fucking love that. She and Dave Grohl. And oh my God, if you go look at like her singing with Dave Grohl with the Foo Fighters, she gets up and oh God, what was the song? Whatever it is. But she's a huge Foo Fighters fan. But those two artists are like the best artists when it comes to taking care of their fans.
That's
so
cool. Yeah, Dave Grohl's he's a cool cat, that one. Yes, he is.
He's the coolest. Don't get me started on Dave Grohl. All right, let's hear your on my sister.
Oh, I want to just see if you can guess it, because I'm pretty sure you probably can.
Okay, so for the year 1994, your one, I think I know what it is, but I want you to go ahead and say it on your own.
You say, I'll hear what I want to.
Number 6. Yeah, Lisa Loeb.
So let me tell you why this song is so freaking awesome for me. So I owned the Reality Bites soundtrack before I saw the movie. I didn't see the movie in the theater. I don't know why. And I think I need to go back and watch this movie again. It's been a very long time. This is supposedly like the Generation X kickoff movie in so many different ways. And never mind, My Sharona in the convenience store. But like Ethan Hawke sort of discovered her, and he did the music video, and I think it's like one take of her in an empty apartment building, whatever, blah blah blah. But the reason why this song has so much sentimentality for me is that's the year I graduated from my master's program, and Charles and I were engaged and we were moving to Washington, but you and I had a lovely little stint in Chicago for a couple weeks, 2 weeks. I don't remember how long it was. Wound up in Lamont, Illinois with Michelle DeMasi and her boyfriend, Ed.
They hit on me.
Ed hit on a lot of people. Yeah. Great. He was fun, but he was Ed. Sorry, Michelle. I love you very much, and I'm glad you didn't marry him. But we're at the bowling alley, and you and I cannot stop playing these two songs on that damn soundtrack, and this was one of them. So between Spin the Bottle by Juliana Hatfield, who sadly did not make the Billboard Top Year-End Hot 100, between those two songs, I think that everybody in that bowling alley was about ready to throw us out. And suffice to say, we weren't even bowling. We were just at the bowling alley bar, drinking tequila and playing this jukebox and all the rest and so forth. And then from that moment on, I think I became a huge Lisa Loeb fan and saw her perform in Chicago at the Double Door, where I also saw Michelle Branch. Great little music venue, which, by the way, I think is where they filmed the scene. So talking about, the history of this show, this podcast, coming from the movie High Fidelity, I'm pretty sure the Double Door is where Rob is DJing when Sonic Death Monkey makes their appearance as Barry Jive in the Uptown 5 or whatever, and he blows everybody out of the water with his rendition of Let's Get It On. I think that they filmed that at the Double Door. Makes me super happy to think about it. I'll have to look that back up. But anyway, yeah, so Lisa Loeb is an all-time favorite of mine, singer-songwriter with her little cute cat's eye glasses and her funky, baby doll dresses and whatnot. Yeah, classy chick and super, super fun. And yeah, so that's my number one. For the song itself, yes, but for the sentimentality of that period of life and just that, drinking with my baby sister at a bowling alley in Lamont, Illinois with Michelle and Ed. And oh my God, good times.
So that's funny because Reality Bites, that was number 4 on my greatest soundtracks. And then number 2 on movies that take place during college years. But I saw that in the theater twice. I loved it so much. I think first and last movie that I went to see by myself at the theater because I was obsessed I like between Winona Ryder and Ethan Hawke. I have a complete love affair, like huge girl crush on Winona Ryder. She's the love of my life. And then I want to go play darts with him, and I want to go sing karaoke with him because he sings 2 songs on the soundtrack, and he sings
That.
So he does the I'm Nothing, and then but in the movie he sings Why Can't I Get Just One Kiss? But anyway, yeah, I that song makes me think of you immediately every single time because we sang it so much and I love it. So great, fond, huge, wonderful memories.
Yeah.
'Cause that was a great summer. I was just talking about that Chicago trip with Corky the other day.
That was a
Because
crazy summer. Yes.
crazy summer. That was when I kind of came into, I don't know, kind of when I started owning being a woman in a weird way. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was kind of that. Yeah, that was the summer that I transitioned from teen to a young woman. Really, yeah, seriously, that was a huge.
Yeah. And that was your second year of college, right?
Yes,
Second year of college. Okay. So you were already living off campus.
I was. Yeah,
Right.
but
And the parties were always at your place.
yes, we had lots of tequila that
We
year.
did.
Lots and lots. And then
Lots
we went
and lots.
that summer in between my junior and senior year. And then you went, or I'm sorry, between my sophomore and junior year. And then you went off to Washington.
Yeah.
And then it's history from there.
Yeah. Well, you went with us.
I did.
We discovered that they don't censor things in Canada. And then how fun was that? Because we're getting ready. Wait, why is there no Green Day on this top list?
In 94, because technically 94.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But we heard Longview on the radio
Yeah,
in Canada.
we did.
Yeah, when we went to Vancouver for the day. So yeah, I mean, I guess maybe not nationwide. In Seattle and Vancouver, Washington, probably very much so. Yeah, because there's still a lot of, I don't know, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? And Baby, I Love Your Way. And Please Forgive Me, Bryan Adams. There's a lot of shitty stuff on the Billboard Top 100 of 1994. Sad to say, there's good stuff too, but there's a lot of shitty stuff as well.
Yeah. But, I mean, Dookie came out in 94.
I think maybe the single just didn't track until let's look at 1995, just out of curiosity.
Yeah, so because I'm going to go see them in concert, and they're actually going to sing every song because it's the 50th anniversary, 40th anniversary of Dookie, 30th. I'm not good at
just
math.
The 40th anniversary of the talk show.
Yeah, but they're going to sing every song.
Wow.
They're on their concert tour. So yeah, I get to hear them sing that. I get to hear them sing Longview and hear those curse words out loud in a concert.
Yeah. Who are you going to see them with?
Myself. I'm going by myself.
The hell? Why am I not going with you?
Because it's a work night. Yes.
So Green Day just must not have made as big a splash with that first album. They don't show up on the Hot 100 of 95 either. And maybe I'm scanning this way too fast, but I'm going to just take one look at 96 and then we are going to finish up.
The Billboard Modern Rock track. But
okay.
But it's
not the Hot 100. When did Time of Your Life come out?
Oh God, that was don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's another episode. We'll have to do it. We'll have to do a Green Day episode because
we'll have to do a Green Day episode and probably. Oh well, it will. Yeah, I'm going to go down this rabbit hole. It's going to make me crazy.
Yes. All right. I'm going to recap.
Okay, recap.
All right. So my honorable mention was Hot and Cold, Katy Perry, and then 5 to 1, Gives You Hell, All American Rejects, Poker Face, Lady Gaga, a tie for third with Party in the USA and The Climb by my favorite Miley Cyrus. You're my girl. I love you. Number 2 is Jason Mraz. And number 1, So What by Pink. I love you, Pink.
Beautimus. My honorable mention is Mary Jane's Last Dance. 5 to 1, Because the Night, 10,000 Maniacs.